Hey guys, Katie here. I wanted to take some time to talk about Gathering Shadows by V.E. Schwab today. I read this book and I had a lot of thoughts and feelings. I have cooled off. It's been a while since I finished it, so hopefully this video might help you decide whether or not you want to read the book if you haven't already. I know it's been out for a little while. I got it from the library, so I'm really glad that I did that because I'm not quite sure I want to own this. But the cover is really cool. I really like the art for this. So Gathering of Shadows is the second book in the Darker Shade of Magic series, I guess, from V.E. Schwab. And I really like the kind of idea behind the story, which is that there are 4 different Londons who have different levels of magic. One of the Londons is like completely dead because they used magic wrong. And then the next London is like sort of messed up because they use magic wrong. And then there's Red London, where one of the main characters live, and Grey London, which is like our world, the magicless world. So the main character is this guy named Kel, and he is a special kind of magician who has been adopted by the royal family in Red London, and he meets the other main character, Delilah Bard, or Lila. She's kind of a roguelike character who doesn't really have a home. And to be honest, she's a pretty messed up person in terms of like attachments and things like that. She's just super not all about becoming close with people because of her own like life and past. So when I read A Gathering of Shadows, I really had forgotten a lot that happened in the first book, but it actually turned out to be okay because I feel like one of the things this book did really well was to give you an idea of what had happened before without like just laying it out. So I really appreciate that about the book. I got a little bit frustrated with the characters, and I think that's my biggest complaint. Well, one of my 2 biggest complaints. I think that Kel in this book is a little bit emo and is kind of like, oh, you know, sad little prince. Whatever, he's got a lot going on. With Lila, my problem is that like every time it's her turn to, you know, be the focus of the story, it's all about how special she is and how she's so unique. She's one of a kind. And it kind of wears you down after a while. It's like, we get it, you're special. I think I tweeted that. It's really obnoxious. The other thing about Lila that I hated was that at one point she said that, you know, she's not like other girls. And that was just, for me, one moment where I was ready to stop reading. I hate that. I hate hearing that. It's so stupid. And, you know, she is a pretty unique person, but the way that she kind of approaches femininity, women in general, is just super hateful, super, like, misogynistic. And, you know, I can understand if maybe that's part of her character, but at this point, I don't really know if it is. So, you know, from my perspective, that's obnoxious and stupid. I don't know. We'll see. My other big complaint about the book is that it is very slow. I kept going mostly because I was curious, but I read about 150 pages and it was just starting to pick up. And that was really frustrating. I think if I wasn't so interested in the basic idea of the story, I probably wouldn't have made it at all. And I almost think it was kind of just like, I have to finish it because I started it. I usually don't feel that way about books. I usually just drop it if I'm not into it. I really wanted to know what was going to happen. I really wanted to know where she was going with this, who's going to be the big bad guy this time. I wasn't super impressed with where it went, but I also finished it and I thought the end was exciting. So that's kind of the plus. I really enjoyed the end. I thought things really started to pick up in the last 100 pages. It was exciting. The book features a magical tournament that takes place in Red London. It was a cool tournament. The way that V.E. Schwab does magic is really interesting. You know, it's all about elements, but not everybody has a grasp on all of the elements. Some do 1, some do 2, some do 3. Just everything about the magical tournament was really cool. Another thing that was interesting about the book is I really do think that V.E. Schwab was trying to write a sort of fantasy book that was more inclusive. You know, Lila is the, you know, one of the main characters. She's a really awesome character. She does some cool things. I noticed with repetition, there's like a poem that she kind of sings to herself when she's trying to call up her magic, things like that. So it's nice to have this unique, flawed female character. And then one of the characters is, I don't even know like officially what he is, but he's at least bisexual. So it was awesome to see a character that was LGBTQA. I would love to see more of that. I would love to have seen more characters in this book who were, you know, gay or bi or anything. There was just really one or two characters. So overall, I'm still not sure how I feel about this book. I think I gave it 3 stars because it was fun enough. I definitely want to finish the series, but I don't know if I'll actually buy the book, like I said. I hope that this video helped you out, maybe helped you make a decision about this book, or if you read it, hopefully you feel some of the things that I felt. I would love to talk about the book in comments, so leave a comment below and let me know if you've read it or if you want to read it, and hopefully we can talk more there. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!